In this video, we're going to show you to install the upper bumper bracket on your Hyundai Elantra located on the back side of your bumper. Using a 21mm socket, loosen and remove your lug nuts. Remove your wheel and set it aside. Repeat for the passenger side. You know, with the vehicle raised and supported, you're normally going to find a big plastic splash shield right here. Well, ours is missing from the vehicle, but you want to go ahead and start by removing that. And how you're going to do that is on the fender liner right here on the driver's side, there's going to be 3 plastic push pins. Go ahead and remove those using a trim tool and popping those buttons out. Along the lower portion of the front bumper, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plastic push pin retainers. You want to go ahead and remove those, as well as the 3 on this fender liner as well. Go ahead and drop that liner down and set that aside. With the front wheel removed, I'm going to go ahead and remove our plastic push buttons here. Now, in most cases from the factory, you're going to use a simple trim tool to remove the button itself and then pull out the base. We have a little bit different design on ours, but either way, you want to go ahead and remove these. And if you follow this right up inside this pocket, you're going to notice a bolt going up. It secures the bumper to the fender. You can use a Phillips head screwdriver in the center. Here it is right there. You can use your Phillips head or an 8mm socket to go ahead and remove that. Once you have your buttons and your screw removed, repeat for the passenger side. Now, with our hood open, you're going to find the buttons right here. There's 1, 2, 3 on the driver's side and 3 on the other side of the hood latch assembly. We're going to use our trim tool, pop up the center, and then pull out the base. Now, on the driver's side here, right where the bumper meets the fender, we're going to go ahead and reach around and grab that, and we're going to pull it outward. And we're going to gently just pull this out. Once you have that separated, we're going to go ahead and repeat for the passenger side. Now, the bumper is held into a retainer underneath the headlamp assembly. So with that edge pulled out, we're going to continue to work this out. I'm going to continue to do this on the passenger side as well, separating it from the clamp or the retainer clip underneath. Now what we're going to do is grab inside the grill here and gently pull out. And we're going to slowly lower this down. If your vehicle has the lamps down in the low portion of the bumper, chances are they do. Now you can grab this here and twist it counterclockwise and remove the bulb from the backside, or right here on the top there's a little pinch tab. You can pinch that and pull that socket right off. Now you can do this from the top as well as from underneath. There's the connector right there. We're going to repeat that for the passenger side. Now that we have the connectors undone, we can go ahead and walk back and set that bumper into a safe place. Now once you have your front bumper off, the bumper bracket is located just underneath where the headlight would go, and this is the part that locks in underneath the headlamp itself. There's going to be 2 Phillips head screws. If you go to the inboard portion by the grille, our vehicle has a little bit of factory tape over the screw right here, and it's a Phillips head. So go ahead and use your Phillips head screwdriver, loosen and remove that screw. Once you get that out, we're going to go right to the opposite end. Now sometimes these tend to be a little bit rusty. Make sure you're using the proper tip on your screwdriver, otherwise you can round this out. And just give it a little wiggle. And there we go, we're able to break ours free without stripping it out. All right, now that we have our 2 screws removed, this piece is still riveted to the bumper cover itself. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 little mini rivets. I'm going to use some spray solvent, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this because it's always good to have a clean work area to see exactly what you're working on. Get all that dirt and debris out of there. I want to go ahead and take a drill bit, and we're going to drill at the center of these rivets. You don't want a giant drill bit, just one to drill out the core. Now we just want to drill out the head of the rivet. You don't want to drill the bumper. And then you want to slide this back just like so. And then just clean up any of the residual rivet pieces here on the bumper. Go ahead and take your new component, and we're going to slide this up behind here. Go ahead and line this up. Go ahead and eyeball, make sure that all the holes line up perfect there. I'm going to go ahead and install the screws back in the bumper. These 2 screws will hold it in place while we go ahead and install the new rivets. All right, once that bottom's out, just leave it there. Just want to snug it down. Now our rivets are a 5/32 by 3/8. So you want to go ahead and insert these here, and then I'm going to put all 4 in place and then just come through with my rivet gun and pop those. Perfect. We have all 4 of our rivets installed. The 2 screws, our bumper cover is ready to install. Now with your bumper in place, go ahead and grab that harness for your light, line that up, and push that on. If you had removed your lamp by turning it counterclockwise, go ahead and install that bulb, turn it clockwise to lock that into place. Repeat this process for the passenger side. Now I'm going to go ahead and lift up our bumper, and we're going to work it up and over onto the front here. You want to be careful of the edges. Make sure that the edges of the bumper don't come up and scratch your fender. Sometimes it's good to have 2 people doing this job here. Now when you're installing the top portion of the bumper, you want to make sure that the hood release handle is exposed, but yet the bumper cover goes over the 4 brackets here. Okay, line up the buttons here, press the base down, and then the top center. We're just going to do this for all 6. Now you want to go ahead and focus on the corner here as it wraps up around the light assembly. You're going to lift up your bumper, and you're going to get the bumper in right into where the component here should lock in. Push that in. This should interlock in with the base of the headlamp. And this should lock together here. Now our vehicle was in a collision before, has a little dent in the fender here, but this should line up and pop together. Now that we have our bumper locked into the headlamp retainer here, we can go ahead and get our bolt installed here, followed by our plastic buttons. Once we do that, you want to go ahead and repeat that process for the passenger side. You want to install our bolt up inside here. Secure that. I'm going to go ahead and install all of our push pins here, or buttons. Now once you have this all installed here, you want to repeat this process for the passenger side. Now once you're done there, you want to go ahead and install the lower splash shield. As you removed it, there's going to be a series of plastic buttons all the way around the perimeter. Once again, our splash shield is missing from our vehicle, so we can't show you that, but just install it the way that you removed it. Go ahead and grab your wheel. Go ahead and line that up. I want to go ahead and get all of our lug nuts started by hand first. Once we get them all started, we're going to come back and snug them all down. Let's go ahead and torque down your lug nuts to 85 foot-pounds. You preferably want to do this in a crisscross pattern. You're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.